For millennia, the skies have held humanity's deepest mysteries and wildest dreams. Imagine ancient texts describing magnificent flying machines, craft that could soar above mountains, cross vast oceans, and even engage in celestial battles. These aren't stories from science fiction, but legends etched in the sacred epics of India. They speak of Vimanas, the aerial chariots of gods and kings. What if these tales of ancient flight are more than myth? What if they hold clues to a forgotten chapter of human ingenuity in the secrets of the skies? From the earliest days of human civilization, the idea of soaring through the skies has captivated our imagination. While modern aviation is a relatively recent achievement, ancient India presents a remarkable vision of flight that stretches back thousands of years. Embedded within the sacred epics, Vedic scriptures, and ancient treatises are vivid descriptions of Vimanas, mystical flying machines said to be piloted by gods, heroes, and sages. The term Vimana itself originates from Sanskrit, meaning measuring out or traversing space, reflecting the concept of vehicles designed to journey through the vast expanse of the heavens. These flying chariots are not mere figments of myth. Their detailed portrayals suggest an advanced understanding of flight and technology, interwoven with the spiritual and cosmological worldview of ancient India. This ancient Indian vision of flight reveals a civilization deeply fascinated with the cosmos and the possibilities of human innovation. As we explore the legends, descriptions, and interpretations of Vimanas, we open a window into a world where mythology and technology converge, inviting us to reconsider what was truly possible in the distant past. The story of Vimanas is deeply woven into the rich tapestry of India's ancient literature, particularly the great epics that have shaped its cultural and spiritual heritage. These epics do more than merely mention flying machines. They bring them vividly to life, describing their appearance, capabilities, and the extraordinary feats they performed. The most celebrated account of a Vimana appears in the Ramayana, one of India's oldest and most revered epics, traditionally attributed to the sage Vaimānika. The Ramayana tells the story of Lord Rama's heroic journey, and among its many remarkable episodes is the tale of the Pushpaka Vimana. According to the narrative, the Pushpaka Vimana was originally the magnificent flying chariot of the demon king Ravana. After Rama's victory over Ravana, this divine vehicle was bestowed upon him, allowing him and his entourage to travel swiftly back to the kingdom of Ayodhya. The text describes the Pushpaka as an extraordinary aerial craft, vast, golden, and richly adorned, capable of carrying numerous passengers with ease. It could hover silently, move at great speed, and was said to respond to the will of its master. The vivid imagery portrays a machine not unlike a modern-day aircraft, with the ability to ascend, descend, and traverse the skies effortlessly. The Mahabharata, the colossal epic chronicling the struggle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, also contains numerous references to aerial vehicles. These flying chariots are often depicted as instruments of war, used by gods and heroes to gain an upper hand in battles that spanned land, sky, and sometimes even other realms. Several passages describe Vimanas equipped with advanced weapons, capable of launching fiery missiles or devastating energy blasts at enemies. The text also suggests that these crafts could travel across vast distances in moments, crossing oceans and continents, and even venturing into the heavens and other planes of existence. These accounts suggest that Vimanas were not simply transport vehicles, but complex machines integrated into the fabric of ancient warfare and cosmic mythology. Beyond the epics, Vimanas feature prominently in the Vedas, the earliest sacred texts of India, and the Puranas, which are collections of myths, legends, and genealogies. In these scriptures, Vimanas are often described as the celestial chariots of gods like Indra, the king of heavens, and Agni, the god of fire. These vehicles are portrayed as luminous, swift, and powerful, capable of traversing the skies and cosmic realms. They symbolize divine authority and cosmic power, reinforcing the sacred and supernatural character of Vimanas. Ancient Indian texts provide more than brief mentions of Vimanas. They offer detailed and vivid descriptions suggesting sophisticated flying machines with complex structures and remarkable capabilities. These narratives blend imagination, symbolism, and perhaps remnants of ancient knowledge about aeronautics. One of the most fascinating sources on Vimanas is the Vaimānika Shāstra, a Sanskrit text attributed to the sage Bharadvaja and rediscovered in the early 20th century. This treatise functions almost like an ancient manual for designing, constructing, and operating flying machines. According to the text, Vimanas were made from lightweight yet durable materials, possibly special alloys, designed to withstand high speeds and atmospheric pressures. The propulsion system described involves a mysterious form of energy utilizing mercury, with references to what are called mercury vortex engines that supposedly generated powerful thrust. Some interpret this as an early concept of anti-gravity or plasma propulsion, though these ideas remain speculative. The Vimanas described could fly silently or at incredible speeds, maneuvering vertically and horizontally with remarkable agility. They could also hover in place, making them versatile vehicles for different aerial tasks. The texts mention cabins equipped with control panels, windows, and seating for pilots and passengers, indicating a detailed understanding of cockpit design. Some Vimanas were said to possess the ability to become invisible or change their shape, suggesting advanced forms of camouflage or stealth technology. Additionally, these flying machines were sometimes armed with powerful weapons such as fireballs and electrical discharges capable of causing destruction. Despite the intrigue surrounding the Vaimānika Shāstra, its authenticity and precise age remain subjects of debate among scholars. Many believe it may be a modern composition inspired by ancient traditions. Yet the technical detail it contains continues to captivate researchers and enthusiasts. The ancient texts also describe various types of Vimanas, each differing in shape, size, and function. The Shakuna Vimana, for example, is described as bird-shaped, resembling a large flying creature, emphasizing aerodynamic qualities and perhaps early biomimicry. The Rukma Vimana, on the other hand, is often depicted as golden and circular, sometimes spherical or disc-shaped, notable for its smooth surfaces and great speed. There is also the Tripura Vimana, which translates to 3 cities, suggesting the ability to traverse different realms or dimensions, symbolizing vast power and reach. Lastly, the Sundara Vimana, meaning beautiful or elegant, is known for its grace and swiftness in flight. These different types imply that ancient writers imagined a diverse fleet of aerial vehicles adapted for various purposes, including transport, warfare, and exploration. The designs are said to incorporate wings, wheels, levers, and gears, reflecting an understanding of mechanical engineering principles. Some texts even suggest that Vimanas could be controlled by thought or gestures, hinting at an early concept of remote or mental operation. Descriptions often include transparent canopies or windows, allowing pilots a clear view of their surroundings. The interior cabins reportedly had seats arranged for comfort and space to accommodate passengers. Navigation and control instruments such as levers and buttons are mentioned, which may represent primitive flight instruments. The Vimanas are described as capable of hovering, rapid acceleration, and sharp turns, all traits associated with advanced aerial vehicles. The intriguing descriptions of Vimanas have sparked a wide range of interpretations, leading to ongoing debates among historians, scholars, scientists, and enthusiasts. The question at the heart of these discussions is whether Vimanas were real technological marvels, symbolic myths, or somewhere in between. Many scholars approach Vimanas from a mythological and symbolic perspective. In this view, the ancient stories of flying chariots are seen primarily as allegories, poetic and religious narratives that express spiritual truths and cosmic symbolism. Within Hindu mythology, gods and heroes riding chariots across the sky often symbolize divine power, transcendence, and the soul's journey beyond the material world. From this standpoint, Vimanas represent not literal flying machines, but metaphorical vehicles that connect earthly existence with the divine and the cosmic order. The poetic imagery of shining chariots soaring through the heavens is part of a rich mythological tradition that uses metaphor to convey complex spiritual ideas. On the other side of the debate, a popular interpretation among certain researchers and enthusiasts is that Vimanas represent actual ancient technology, possibly lost or forgotten over time. This view has been popularized in part by the ancient astronaut theory, which suggests that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in antiquity and shared advanced knowledge with early civilizations. Proponents of this theory point to the detailed descriptions of Vimanas, including their propulsion systems, weaponry, and flight capabilities, as evidence of sophisticated technology far beyond what was thought possible in ancient times. They argue that texts like the Vaimānika Shāstra contain genuine technical knowledge about aeronautics, hidden within the ancient Sanskrit language. However, most mainstream historians, linguists, and scientists approach these claims with skepticism. Rigorous linguistic and historical analyses date the primary texts mentioning Vimanas to times well before the development of aviation technology. Many experts argue that the descriptions are rooted in imaginative storytelling and symbolic language rather than factual accounts of engineering. Studies of the Vaimānika Shāstra itself have found numerous inconsistencies with the known laws of physics and aerodynamics, suggesting it may be more a product of creative imagination or late authorship than an actual technical manual. Beyond the literal versus mythical debate, some scholars propose that Vimanas could be a fusion of both. Ancient authors using real observations or rudimentary technologies and elaborating them through myth and metaphor to convey broader philosophical and spiritual concepts. This perspective views the Vimanas as cultural artifacts that reveal the ambitions, creativity, and worldview of ancient Indian civilization, rather than strictly historical or scientific records. Ultimately, the question of what Vimanas truly represent remains open. Are they real flying machines that soared the skies of a lost civilization? Or are they powerful symbols crafted to inspire and communicate deeper truths? Perhaps they are both, intertwined in the rich fabric of India's ancient heritage. The captivating stories of Vimanas have inspired generations to wonder if these flying machines might have existed not only in myth, but also in reality. As intriguing as the ancient texts are, the question remains: is there any physical evidence to support the existence of Vimanas? Archaeologists, historians, and researchers have long searched for clues that might bridge the gap between legend and reality. India's vast archaeological heritage offers a treasure trove of ancient temples, sculptures, reliefs, and artifacts, some of which have been interpreted by enthusiasts as depictions of aerial vehicles or advanced technology. Temples such as the Kailasa Temple at Ellora and the intricate carvings at Hampi feature figures and chariots that some claim resemble aircraft or futuristic machines. These carvings sometimes depict winged creatures, disc-like objects, or flying chariots that appear to defy the constraints of terrestrial vehicles. However, mainstream archaeologists and historians interpret these artistic expressions within the cultural and religious contexts of their time. The imagery is often symbolic, representing mythological stories or celestial themes common in Indian art. The flying chariots and winged beings are generally understood as allegorical depictions of divine mobility and spiritual transcendence rather than literal vehicles. In addition to artistic representations, archaeological efforts have yet to uncover any physical remains, such as metal parts, engine components, or structural fragments, that could be identified as parts of ancient flying machines. The absence of such evidence leaves the physical reality of Vimanas unsubstantiated from a scientific perspective. Ancient India was renowned for its advanced knowledge in various domains, including metallurgy, mathematics, architecture, and medicine. The construction of monumental temples, sophisticated irrigation systems, and intricate jewelry demonstrates a high level of craftsmanship and engineering skill. Yet there is no direct archaeological record of aviation technology or flying machines. Some researchers have speculated that the knowledge of Vimanas might have been transmitted orally or symbolically, and the technology itself was lost over centuries due to social upheaval, natural disasters, or deliberate suppression. While this idea sparks the imagination, it remains a hypothesis without empirical evidence. Another angle explored by investigators is the possibility that Vimanas were inspired by natural flying creatures, birds, insects, or even cosmic phenomena like comets and meteors. The designs and descriptions could have been imaginative extrapolations of observed natural flight, expressed through myth and storytelling. Despite the lack of concrete archaeological evidence, the cultural and historical significance of Vimanas continues to influence Indian heritage. They remain an essential part of India's mythological and spiritual landscape, inspiring artistic expression, literature, and even modern technological aspirations. The stories of Vimanas have transcended the boundaries of ancient texts to become enduring symbols within modern culture, inspiring imagination, creativity, and even scientific aspiration. Though rooted in mythology, the idea of these celestial flying machines continues to captivate people around the world, influencing literature, popular media, and national identity. In literature and popular culture, Vimanas have often been reimagined as ancient spaceships or advanced aircraft, bridging the gap between myth and science fiction. Books, movies, television shows, and graphic novels frequently draw upon the imagery of Vimanas to evoke mystery and wonder. They appear as symbols of lost knowledge or hidden technology, inviting audiences to explore the possibility of ancient civilizations possessing advanced capabilities. This fusion of ancient myth with futuristic vision resonates with the universal human fascination with flight, exploration, and the unknown. In India, Vimanas hold a special place in cultural heritage and national pride. The ancient epics and scriptures that recount their stories form the foundation of India's rich literary and spiritual tradition. Modern scientists and aerospace engineers sometimes refer poetically to Vimanas as a source of inspiration, linking their pioneering work to the legacy of India's ancient quest for mastery of the skies. This connection fosters a sense of continuity between the past and the future, blending cultural identity with technological ambition. Beyond entertainment and science, Vimanas have influenced tourism and spiritual exploration. Temples and archaeological sites associated with Vimana legends attract visitors interested in history, mythology, and the mystical. These places become hubs where ancient stories come alive, offering a tangible connection to the past and its mysteries. The impact of Vimanas also extends into the realm of speculative research and alternative history. Enthusiasts and scholars delve into ancient manuscripts, seeking hidden meanings and forgotten secrets. While this field remains controversial, it stimulates broader conversations about the scope of ancient knowledge and challenges mainstream narratives of history. Ultimately, the cultural impact of Vimanas lies in their power to inspire. They remind us of humanity's timeless desire to transcend earthly limitations, to reach beyond the known, and to imagine new possibilities. Whether as mythic symbols or speculative relics of ancient technology, Vimanas continue to fuel dreams of flight, freedom, and discovery. The story of Vimanas invites us on a journey beyond the ordinary boundaries of history and technology, into a realm where myth, imagination, and ancient wisdom intertwine. Whether we view Vimanas as literal flying machines, allegorical symbols, or a blend of both, they embody a timeless human fascination, the dream of flight. Ancient Indian texts paint a vision of the skies filled with magnificent chariots that could defy gravity, traverse vast distances, and even battle in the heavens. These accounts, rich in detail and wonder, challenge our understanding of what was possible in antiquity and encourage us to rethink the relationship between mythology and history. While the physical evidence for Vimanas as real aircraft remains elusive, their power lies not in artifacts but in the imagination they continue to inspire. They remind us that ancient civilizations dreamed boldly and creatively, pushing the limits of knowledge in ways that resonate even today. In the modern world, where humans have finally conquered the skies and reached beyond the stars, the ancient vision of Vimanas stands as a poetic link between past and present. It speaks to our enduring curiosity, our relentless quest for exploration, and our hope to transcend boundaries. Ultimately, Vimanas soar in the shared human imagination, symbols of innovation, mystery, and the eternal desire to rise above and explore the unknown. As we look skyward, inspired by the stories of those who came before us, we carry forward their legacy, to dream, to discover, and to fly.